my name is Yelim Lee. I am a student from South Korea that recently graduated from SIS. I have been at SIS since I was in 9th grade. I got to spend all of my high school years at SIS, and especially the whole 2 years of my DP journey here. So I have had some offers, let's say from the US, from Boston University, from Hong Kong HKU, but I have already enrolled in a university called Minerva University. It is a university based in the US, but it has campuses in 7 different countries, which I'll each spend a semester at. I'll be starting at San Francisco and then going to places like Korea and Argentina. The reason I ended up choosing Minerva is because I believe the school was able to recognize sort of the different skill sets that be valuable to have in a student, and they're very effective at promoting these. For example, I'm currently learning like sort of the foundations of coding because all Minerva students have to have some knowledge of coding in their first year. So sort of in that example, I think things like coding are very valuable skills for our generation to have. So I think the school is able to recognize that and promote it, which I think is very valuable. I think first and foremost, in the most practical sense, the DP courses I got to take at SIS has been immensely helpful for me going forward. For example, I got to take IB chemistry and biology at a higher level at SIS with great teachers, and I personally want to study neuroscience going forward. I was looking into some online like university neuroscience courses, and I was surprised at just how much my IB education at SIS helped me and gave me a good foundation at learning those things going forward. So in the most practical sense, I feel really ready for college, which makes things a lot less nervous making. And in a more sort of emotional aspect, my time at SIS just has really taught me that I'm in a very privileged environment where my hard work will be rewarded and that I'm surrounded by people who really celebrate my accomplishments with me. So I think that's a very good feeling and idea to move forward with. Okay, so all my DP teachers, every single adult at our school was really supportive and helpful, and I asked them for a lot of help, especially to my teachers, because I would ask them so many questions outside of class, during break time, during lunch, and all of them have always been really welcoming. I think a very big example for me was with my English teacher. I think it's a really challenging thing to sort of teach someone how to write and help them become a better writer. But for my English teacher, she would constantly give me feedback. If I were to write an essay that we didn't have to write, that she didn't have to grade, she'd be more than happy to grade it. She'd give me feedback on it, sit down with me, talk about it, 20-30 minutes. And I think it was really a valuable experience for me because it showed me that if I were to put in like this much work to become better as a student, my teachers would like do this much and go above and beyond to support me. So that was an amazing experience. But with my English teacher and every single subject teacher all did that for me, which was very supportive of them. I think definitely in the DP program, it might become more difficult as time goes on to work with your classmates just because you have so much personal workload. And I used to be very much a person that was like, I think I work better alone. But I realized that as I got to the end of my DP journey, like closer to mock exams, closer to final exams, I spent a lot of time working with my peers at like cafes and stuff, just studying together. And first, for one, you get a lot out of sort of explaining things to your peers and sort of helping each other solve questions. Hey, I found a good resource, all that things. But also, secondly, is that just being in the same space, when you have to work hard and you know you have to work and you're just surrounded by people who are working with you, you feed off of each other's energy, which I think is really beneficial. So definitely, teachers help, but also I was blessed to be in a cohort with people that were all like, let's work hard, we can do this, we got this. And I think that definitely helped, especially in the later part of my DP journey. People around you really want to help you. so that if you're willing to go to them for help, your teachers, every single teacher at our school would be very willing to help you out and that they really want you to succeed. I think that's a good mindset to have going into it. And I think a second one is to sort of see that because this is a 2-year course with a lot of assignments and material, to try and maybe think of it as more of a marathon than a sprint, because in previous years you can kind of cram for final exams and do well, but in DP I think the best thing to do is take notes after every class and constantly review material at a steady pace over the 2 years rather than trying to sort of accelerate before the finals. I think that'd be a more practical piece of advice.